Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. I'm Davidson of Beadly Speaking Jewelry. It's a very exciting time for us. It is the end of May, which is the end of Lupus Awareness Month, but the awareness does not stop. We just had our amazing photo shoot.
It was awesome.
The pop of purple. And let me tell you, if you have not visited our Instagram page yet, please go check it out. The photos are up at Beadly Speaking, so go follow us and check out those amazing photos of the Lupus Warriors who took part in the shoot.
Yay!
And this week, one of the Warriors who was a part of the shoot is Tameka, and Tameka and I actually met on Facebook. I'm not even sure how we met on Facebook, but I think it was as a result of me putting out the call for the shoot.
Yes,
somebody sent it to you, and what I'm telling you, she is like my hype girl, my marketing director, my promo. She done got a role in this thing, and I didn't even know. Like everything I posted, she was sharing it. She was just getting it out there, and I truly appreciate that. So thank you for joining us, and I can't wait for you to share your testimony of what it's like to live with lupus and encourage somebody else, and more importantly, help people to be more aware of what it looks like, because people say I make it look pretty, and you know
they say the same thing about me.
I mean, I'm just blessed. I mean,
highly favored.
I don't know what to tell the people. God is so good to me. I smile, but you don't understand. Right now, I don't work 8 hours. I'm tired. So, Tameka, tell us when you were diagnosed and what some symptoms were that really had you alarmed.
I was diagnosed in 2011, August the 13th. My symptoms were aches and pains in my joints. I had some hair loss. I would develop fevers from out of nowhere. And it seems like for about maybe 8 years prior to my diagnosis, I would get a horrible joint pain. Every year it got worse and worse. And I finally went to the doctor, and they gave me a blood hematology workup. You know, they check every single thing they could check for in the blood. And they came back and told me that it was just arthritis.
Right.
They gave me pain medicine. They gave me stuff on, I forget the name of it, but they gave me something, for pain. And actually that didn't work.
It never does.
Every year it got worse and worse. I mean, I would go to work in pain. My elbows, every joint in my body would just be hot on fire, and I would just hurt, and sometimes I just would have this sick feeling that would come over me, and I couldn't understand it. So 2 years later, they sent me for another hematology workup. And everything came back negative. They just said, it's just arthritis. Okay, they sent me home with more pain medicine. And that was it. But again, every year it got worse and worse. The pain, it became unbearable. I would have to get up on the side of the bed and sit for a few minutes, because I would be in so much pain, and I would cry. But I'm a single mom, had bills to pay, and I had to do what I had to do. So
this is why we smile and push through, because we got bills. Ain't nobody gonna pay them bills. They ain't gonna pay themselves. Okay.
So it was in the best, in the best interest of my children and me, for me to just keep on going. But again, it got worse and worse, and I just thought I was going crazy. I thought that it was maybe mental for a little while, because I couldn't understand, why would my body have so much pain? What's going on? And my hair, why is my hair getting so thin? Why do I feel, also had a chemical imbalance, my emotions and things I was mood swinging like crazy.
1 minute you want to strangle somebody, next minute you're like, hey, are you bipolar? What's your problem?
But the main thing it was the pain. When I would get up in the morning, I would hurt so bad, and I would just have to walk slow. And every year it seemed like my ability to walk was leaving me.
Oh my God.
And I finally went to the ER one afternoon, because I wasn't alone, and I had just gotten off, and they told me that they said your face is blue. I'm like, what? My face is blue? What are you talking about?
Blue?
Because, yeah, it was blue, as black as I am.
No, I've with that. Like,
Yeah.
how?
Exactly. My face, yeah. So I had no other, I went to the emergency room. I got to the emergency room and I collapsed. I couldn't move my legs. I couldn't talk.
The only time people's face turn blue is when they're dying or dead. That's why I'm like, blue?
Yeah, blue. It was blue. And I wasn't smiling. I wasn't laughing. I wasn't my usual self. I was turning into somebody else. And again, that's why I thought I was going crazy. Like I couldn't laugh. I couldn't smile.
Wow.
Because it was just invading my whole system.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always been a get up and go person. I gotta get it done. I gotta do it. I'm gonna do it. You tell me I can, I will. I'm gonna beat this. I gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I have to. And my children were the most important thing to me. So of course I had children to take care of. They had to eat. They had to be clothed. So I got to the hospital and like I said, I collapsed. I couldn't walk anymore. My legs wouldn't move. I was froze. They thought I had a stroke. And I couldn't talk. I couldn't even speak. And I was like that for a couple days, and then when I started to speak, I stuttered real bad. They wanted me to take therapy. I was in a wheelchair in the bed. I was in a wheelchair, the bed, and they would have to pick me up, and I couldn't walk. That was the worst thing that could have ever happened to me in my whole life. They thought it was a spinal issue.
Mm-hmm.
They were saying they wasn't sure if I was ever going to walk again. And it was the worst time of my life. I can say I've been through some pretty crazy things, but this was the worst thing I'd ever been through.
Having to be picked up and transferred from bed to wheelchair and back and forth, I would imagine how not having that sense of independence.
Yeah, my independence was totally gone.
Yeah.
And even when they had me in therapy to walk, I refused it. I was so stubborn. I was like,
Join the club.
I said,
Maybe
God,
that's why we click so well. I don't know.
I said, God, there's no way you're gonna leave me just like this. I couldn't believe it. I said, I've been raised on you to know you to be an awesome guy, a guy who loves and takes care of us. So there's a reason why you're doing this. I need to know why. I need you to make it plain, make it clear.
Right.
And I didn't want therapy. When they wanted me in the wheelchair, they wanted me to go. I would fight them. I would walk. I would try to drag my legs. You should have saw me. It was a mess. I fell with everything.
I'ma just drag it all down the street.
I was like, I'm not gonna be bound to a wheelchair. Like, I can't do it. I refused it, and I just fought. I got home. I did my own therapy. I still had the issues with walking.
Mm-hmm.
But I did my own therapy. I started going to the Ghost Gym out in Glen Burnie. I remember that. And I started going on the treadmill. I would walk up and down the steps.
Mm-hmm.
I did my own therapy. I refused to succumb to lupus and let it just take over me and completely take me out, wipe me out. No.
Right.
No.
So your mindset initially was, and everybody don't have that bounce back, I'm going to be proactive.
Yeah.
So this is the diagnosis. I'm not going to let it sit in my psyche and ruin me.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do something about it.
But it seemed like it took forever even when they sent me home, they gave me the medicine, Plaquenil.
I was about to ask what it was.
Before the Plaquenil, they gave me prednisone, which I found out I'm allergic to that. So,
oh, really?
Yeah, I'm highly allergic to prednisone. Can't take it. Wow. Can't take it at all. But
that might be a good thing for you though, because that 55 pounds that I gained, I wish I was
really. That's all you gained?
On 10 milligrams. On 10 milligrams, 13 months, 55 pounds. That's a lot. Looked like I ate my cousin. It was all in my face. But anyway, as you were saying,
they gave me, the hospital that I was discharged from gave me prednisone, and they were trying to treat it, but they couldn't because I was getting worse and worse and worse, So
right.
At that time, I was ready to. I honestly, that's when I got to the point when I was ready to go. I was ready to give up. I was done.
Yeah.
And the weeks went by, and it still got worse and worse. And I was just like, look, God, I can't. I'm done. I can't. This is too much. You know, you're gonna allow me to lose everything I've worked hard for, everything you've blessed me with, all the strength you've given me. You're gonna take it from me. You know, I was just done. And you know, I had a day I was at home. I was in the living room, and I went off. I mean, I cried like a baby. It was just me and God, and I got on my knees.
That's real.
I threw my arms open, and I cried for at least an hour. I mean, I cried till I almost vomited. And I said, God, if you know, I need you to take this from me. I can't do it anymore. I need strength. You know, I can't do this. You know, lupus is going to take me out. And if it's going to take me out, I need to be able to fight at least. You know, and about 2 days later, my life changed. It completely changed. I got to Dr. Petrie at Johns Hopkins. She gave me, she tried me on some new meds, and she told me before I walked out of her office, my first visit, she said, don't stop moving. Exercise, move. She shouldn't have told me that. I said, how about I become a fitness instructor?
I'm glad she told you that, because when she told me, made me almost want to go off on her, but I'm glad she was nice to you. Because the way she handled me, I'm like, lady, if I ever had a dog, you wouldn't even be able to treat that dog.
I know, I've heard so.
So I'm glad that she was able to treat you in the proper way, because I've had a really horrible experience with her. Her bedside manners was, I don't even want to think about it, because in a state that I was in, and to receive that kind of treatment, it was just I was already losing my damn mind.
Wow.
And it makes you wonder, is a doctor even supposed to be like that?
No.
So the fact that she was able to treat you and send you on your way and give you good advice is good, and that is actually admirable.
And it's crazy because she gave me
you don't want to stop moving.
No.
With lupus, you don't want to stop.
Can't.
I hate the fact that I had to stop in the past couple of weeks because my knees are swollen with so much inflammation. So I had to start physical therapy. But you being a fitness instructor is actually one of the great benefits, because not only are you working on you, but you're helping so many other people work on them.
That's the love that I get from it. I so enjoy being a fitness instructor. God bless me, you know, to do put me in the right field, because I love it. I do. I never thought I would be doing it. You know, I just wanted to walk again and, you know, regain my health and, you know, my stamina and endurance.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, I didn't think that I would actually, you know, teach classes, you know, going from not walking to not knowing if I'll ever walk again to teaching. I mean, it's amazing, you know. So I can say, you know, with everything I've been through, the only person that's been there for me is God. That's all I had. I didn't have a lot of support. I didn't have people, you know, cheering me on. And even when they did, you have to go through lupus to understand what the person is going through.
Most people are not going to understand.
No, it's good to get the support and the positive input and the, you know, positivity and the rub on my back and stuff like that. But my thing was, you still, no matter how many people, you know, seemed like they felt me, they didn't feel me, because they weren't in the predicament, you know, and they were not facing what I was facing and actually going through it, you know. Right. So I appreciated that, but I still didn't get the support that I really truly needed. The only support that I really needed came from God. That was the only person that I could talk to that, you know, could understand, you know, and talk back to me. So this whole lupus thing has been very spiritual, you know, very, very spiritual, you know, because since I've been diagnosed, I'm happier now.
I was just about to say, what have you discovered about you as a result of lupus? I know you talk about, you know, being a fitness instructor, and that's one of the most amazing things that I would think that came from lupus. But other things, you mentioned happiness, like you discovered that you don't tolerate no mess from nobody. Like, look, I ain't got patience for this. Like, it's stuff already going on in here that's fighting me. I ain't got time to fight you and your bull crap. So I'm gonna keep it moving.
I found myself. I did. I actually found myself. You know, I learned how to encourage myself more. My self-esteem went through.
Girl,
you know,
you be in the mirror like, yes, girl.
Exactly. You know, and God placed a lot of people in my life. A lot of other fitness instructors, women and men, who gave me a lot of positive feedback and just encouraged me and pushed me, you know. So that was another thing he did. You know, the whole lupus, you know, transitioning into I call it my new me. It's been wonderful. It really has been. Except for when I couldn't walk, there was something different. but now
that was something I find it might sound crazy to people who are probably healthy and never had any challenges. But I didn't go through the extreme where I need a wheelchair and I had to be carried or anything like that. But I literally had to crawl to the bathroom sometimes at night when I wake up, and in the morning when I woke up, because my feet were on fire with pain and my legs would be in so much pain. My knees would give out. So I know what that's like to go from that to this. So I appreciate every step I take, literally. Yes. So I know what it's like to go from that to this. But I say that to say we had to go through that to get on this other side of through to say, oh my God.
So true.
If I hadn't gone through that, I wouldn't even appreciate life as it is on this side now. I probably would be playing around and just going mosey, just going through life. I was existing.
And not appreciating life as you should every
day.
day.
I'm just here. Now, every chance I get, I live it up. You know, they're like, I thought you were tired. You know what? I was, and I took a nap. I got to take a nap before I do everything.
Wow.
Because sometimes I work myself up. And it's not even like bad fatigue. It's like excitement. So I get so excited sometimes. I'm like, if I don't go calm down somewhere.
Well, I've always been energetic. But even now, so my energy level is through the roof. It's much. I have even more, you know, energy now, and it's crazy because I have a cousin who died from lupus.
I do too.
She died years ago, and I never thought that. I mean, even being here interviewing with you today, I never thought that I would actually be touched by lupus or touched by something that would wake me up to life. Like I'm living, I am, and I'm happy. I'm excited about life. I love being a fitness instructor, not just for me, but for my students. You know, I see how much joy I bring them, but I don't think they understand how much joy they bring me.
Right.
And I plan on furthering my fitness career, you know, taking on some different formats. I'm going to keep going.
Right.
And I got to live for my cousin, I do, because she didn't get a chance to live a full life.
How old was she when she passed?
I believe Paulette was maybe, 26 or something like that?
Yeah. My cousin Audrey was in her early 30s, and that's why I thought I was going to die, because I was diagnosed in my early 30s. But she had lived with lupus for probably 20 years. But in my mind, I was like, oh, I never thought I would even be diagnosed with lupus. So now that I have it, I'm going to die.
But the crazy part is when I one day I was home. This was about maybe 3-4 years ago, and I was standing in the mirror, and I had lost some of my hair. And I still, was at the point where, my walking was still kind of, had some issues, and I looked at myself in the mirror and I saw my cousin. Like, I looked just like her, the spotty hair, the bent overness, the rash on the face, and that came from the prednisone. I told you I'm allergic to that.
Right.
And I just collapsed in the bathroom on my knees. I just prayed, like, God, no. I can't accept this. You are going to use me in a powerful way. I don't know how, but I'm asking you to use me. If you just give me the opportunity, to, spread the word about lupus and just let people know what it is, and, make me an example. I'm okay with that. I want that, and
use me as your vessel as you see fit.
And he's been doing it. I've been fighting him, giving him some resistance.
Girl, I was too. Like, I ain't doing no YouTube channel.
I feel like Jonah. I do.
What? You say you was gonna part the Red Sea, but I don't know if I'm gonna.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it, Nineveh.
So I gotta walk through it. What?
So I just, I'm much more happy now, in my life, and a lot of people don't understand because they see me and they say, "Why is she always smiling? She always happy?" Sometimes that does bother people, but it's okay. It was God given. God gives joy.
They don't understand what that smile is all about, and that's okay. They don't have to.
No, and they don't understand what I've been through and what
Right.
God is doing for me now. Even today, you know, He's setting me up for greatness. He's setting me up, you know, to spread the word about lupus, to, you know, continue to be a fitness instructor and be the best at what I'm doing. You know, it's not going to happen overnight, of course, but I love working out. It makes me feel good, and it keeps my lupus like at bay. When I'm working out, lupus is like, oh, I can't deal with her. I can't.
Because that's why I was saying earlier, like, keep moving, because once I stopped moving, I realized the pain in my knees and my elbows and my ankles and my hips started hitting me harder, and I get stiffer.
It's not a game.
And it starts to pile up. Like, it's no joke. It's like it might be one or two places, but before you know it, it takes over your whole body. So if anything, like, I know it hurts. It's gonna hurt if I don't move, so I might as well move.
That's true.
So, you know, if anybody out there is going through anything that Tameka just talked about, don't feel like anybody's pressuring you to do anything you don't want to do. Just take it as, look, it's going to hurt either way, so I might as well move a little so that I can set myself up for my breakthrough. It might look like a setback right now.
Yeah.
Because, man, let me tell you about setbacks. Setbacks are only setups for the biggest comebacks.
So true.
And take it from two of the comeback kids, okay? She was in a wheelchair, y'all. A wheelchair. And now she's teaching water aerobics. She's teaching fitness. And by the way, that water aerobics is very helpful. That's what actually jump-started not only my weight loss, but helped me to be more mobile. My primary care and my nephrologist, as my kidney doctor, recommended that. And I started that in 2015. That's what helped me to get back on track because I was in so much pain. So if you're scared to work out on land, get in the water and take your time. She teaches that class. She ain't gonna stare you wrong.
It's amazing. I love teaching aqua Zumba. I actually took the class with my girlfriend, my sister, my wonderful sister Tiffany Evans. I started taking her aqua Zumba classes, and I fell in love from there. It just made my body feel so good. You know, we have a lot of people who have had back surgery, who have arthritis, you know, who have all types of joint issues, and they come and it makes them feel really good, you know, because when I teach, we move our booties.
I be feeling like Superwoman in the pool. I could do anything. I get out, I'm like, ooh.
And I have a lot of students who say, when I'm in the water and I'm moving and I don't feel anything. I feel so good. And when I get out of the water, I feel good. You know, and that keeps them coming back. And I always like to, I try my best to give an awesome class and make them want to come back.
Right.
Because that's the whole purpose of it. You know, when you are an instructor, you have to let your students know, look, I care about you. I want you to come back. I want you to get this healing. Because the water is healing.
And that's one of the things that you have to find, too. You have to find people who are advocating for you, who care about you, who are going to help you on your journey. So you want to get in the pool, but make sure that the person there, like she said, she cares about her people. Make sure that person understands your issues and is going to work with you. So, you know, we got to wrap this up, but I'm really grateful that you came and shared your story.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited that she is going to help me as we go along this journey. Because she's already designated for this photo shoot thing to be an annual thing. I don't know who told her that's going to be annual. But,
the photo shoot is going to be annually. It's going to have a
she put me to work, y'all.
Fashion show.
Didn't I just finish
it's
talking about how?
Grow. God is going to speak to her, through her, and do so much work for lupus. And we are definitely going to be right here, ready to receive it. I'm so excited. I'm ready for the challenge.
Can y'all start a GoFundMe? Because I got a checking in the savings the way my bank account's set up.
We're going to help so many people grow and so many people feel better about themselves.
This $5 ain't enough to stretch.
Really,
so
did you say $5?
$5. I got $5 on it. Wasn't that a song? Anyway, I got to wrap up. I got $5. So I'm going to need y'all to start a GoFundMe so we can get this going or something. But no, in all seriousness, we do want to raise awareness, and we want to make sure that people understand that lupus isn't just about joint pain. It can attack your organs. It can shut your whole life down, and people are dying of this disease, and they don't need to. there's so much more that can be done.
Move.
Get up and move that booty, shake it. You know, I be in the mirror twerking. Yes, I said twerking. I'm saved, but I twerk because if I can't get to the gym, I'm going to move. I go to YouTube, find me a video, and I get up and I move because I understand how important it is to actually move. So remember to love on you.
Yes.
Do whatever it takes. Get up and do something for you. If nothing else, remember, be grateful for where you are on your journey. Because think about where you started. I'm quite sure you have made some progress, and be grateful for that progress. Love on you. Share this video with someone. If you're not anyone that's diagnosed with lupus, share it with somebody that's going through. It might be a blessing to them. You never know. Until next time, tune in, subscribe so you can get all the videos. Love you. Take care.